Alright everybody, welcome back to Camera Suggestions episode 8 with Privacy J, and of course to myself, Ultra Eric. So we're going to be talking about the Canon PowerShot SX70HS, because in the last episodes we had a reaction to Nikon P1000, the one that Privacy J is going to be getting. So we're going to take a look at this episode, so take a look.
Hi, and welcome to Digital Tech Reviews and Tips. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the new Canon PowerShot SX70HS. Now, to say that this camera has been a long time in the works is a bit of an understatement, actually. It's been over 4 years since Canon updated this line. The previous version, the SX60HS, was actually released all the way back in September 2014. So, yeah, a lot has changed in the camera world since then, but not much has actually changed on this camera. The two biggest standout specs that they did upgrade was the video and picture quality. You now get 4K video at 30 frames a second, which is a big jump up from the previous 1080p 60 frames a second. And you also get a 20 megapixel sensor in there, so an increase of 4 megapixels. Not too shabby, but also really nothing to write home about and brag. Otherwise, the camera is essentially just the same.
Wait, stop for a second. Is this more like the T3i?
Yes, it is. Looks like a Rebel, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the video.
And you also get a 20 megapixel sensor in there, so an increase of 4 megapixels. Not too shabby, but also really nothing to write home about and brag. Otherwise, the camera is essentially just the same camera with a 70 slapped on the lens. They did put a new viewfinder in there, and there is the new Digic 8 processor, so you can do actually 10 frames a second when you're doing burst mode. But yeah, not really much to warrant a 4-year wait for this camera. Obviously, specs aren't everything, so I'm hoping that once I start testing this camera out in the field, that I'll see, the video quality is actually really good, and, the pictures.
So how is the audio from the SX70HS?
Well, it sounds similar than the Rebel T3i.
Oh, so how does the zooming? Like fast? Or autofocus?
Well, a little autofocus. Back to the video.
A huge step up from the previous model, but it's really hard to argue that someone should buy this camera right now when there's the likes of the Lumix FC80, which goes for about $300 and includes all the same features.
You know this camera? You know this camera is about the Panasonic Lumix?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you remember? This is the Panasonic Lumix. It's called about the camera about this.
Yeah, I heard about that camera, Panasonic Lumix. I heard about that. Back to the on with the video.
Anyways, enough of the talk. Let's get to the camera itself. The box is almost identical to the previous version. If anything, it's a little smaller, but pretty simple. The name of the camera on it. Nothing else much. Couple specs on the front that I mentioned, and then a picture of the camera. So, let's get right to opening it. Slide out that tab, and open it up. Alright, first thing we're going to get here is some manuals and the warranty card. Fun. So yeah, you got your limited warranty info. Yay. Next thing is the getting started guide. Now this is pretty rare that they actually include a decent starting guide and manual and don't just send you online, but it's nice that they do it. Do some fun reading on your own time. And then finally they have an advertisement for the online photo album service.
Excuse me.
Probably wants this too, so that's what you get for paper in the box. And digging in deeper, the next thing we're going to go for.
Do you know about this wrist wrap from the Canon PowerShot SX70HS?
Yeah, I heard the wrist wrap.
Because it announced already, but like last year.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Is the camera strap, so it says Canon on there. It says PowerShot.
Whoops, press the capture button instead of the...
Same as
take it off if you're shooting video, most likely, but still nice to have. Next thing you get in the box is the battery. It's obviously very important. I'll probably pick up an extra one or two because, you always run out of batteries.
Do you know what the battery's about? This is the official Canon battery pack, LPE7. Do you know what the battery is about? It has the battery pack for the official Canon, like LPE17.
Yeah, I know about that. It's the same. I think. I think Rebel T3i probably has the same one.
It did not. It's not. It's different because this is the same as the T7i or the 77D.
All right, on with the video.
It's a very similar one, I think, to the previous gen. Not positive, but I like the new black look they went with. They usually go with gray batteries. This is kind of a more sleek look, so it's pretty cool. And the final thing in here, other than the camera, is the battery charger. Equally important. And nothing new here from Canon. Essentially, you know, the same slot the battery in to charge type deal.
Oh, I know this is a battery charger came out for.
Yeah, I figured that too.
Because it came out already the box, and the box just like the same as the Canon EOS series does.
All right.
It works well, and yeah, wall mounted, so plop it in. I do kind of like the ones that can be USB enabled. I wish Canon would possibly go to that because so many people have USB adapters and, you know, USB hubs with multiple plugins. It's a lot easier to just, you know, plop a USB cable into this thing, you know, plug it in, leave it on a desk, then find a special outlet on the wall that you can plug this into. So, Canon, maybe you could hear me on this and update in the future, but if not, people, there are aftermarket brands like Wasabi and, you know all the brands online on Amazon. You need extra batteries there. Alright.
Excuse me.
So, the final thing in here is the camera itself. Now,
There she is, guys. The beauty.
The SX60 HS.
The SX70, the Canon PowerShot SX70 HS camera. Yeah, I said that. I'm sorry, guys.
Big is that they put this rocker switch here on the side. So
so bad
you
with
don't
those words.
have to use this little dial up here. You can actually zoom in with your left hand. You know, from the
Oh
bottom.
yeah, it has manual focus.
Have a mic input.
It does has a manual focus.
Same like the Rebel T3i.
Video.
Including the T7i.
Yeah. All right.
Probably why.
All right. I'm gonna. All right. Stop her now. Stop her now. We're gonna end this episode, guys, and unfortunately, guys, it is officially late. So, anyway, take us home.
So if you're going to subscribe for more content, it's a Privacy J Productions, which has still terminated, and the Privacy J Productions 2. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, we'll let you know all about it. Facebook, my name is Jaden Garcia, and Instagram is JTech727, and Snapchat is Scoots0727. And thanks for watching, and peace out, and stay tuned for the next episode on the Camera Suggestions, is episode 9.
Yeah, that's right, guys. All right, Privacy J, made your close. Until then, that is it, guys. Thank you all for watching Camera Suggestions, and I'll see you, and we both see you guys tomorrow in our next episode. Until then, ready? Ready? That's it.